Hello, future CEOs, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing how to stay engaged during and after the interview process. I have some great advice for you, so make sure you stay tuned. So first off, congratulations. You've applied to the job and you've made it to the next step of being called for an interview. This is great. As soon as you receive an email from HR, make sure you respond in a timely manner. This means responding within 24 hours. You want to make sure that although you are giving a timely response, that you always make sure to double and triple check for grammar and spelling errors. However, you want to make sure you do get them a response as soon as possible. This will show that you're actively interested in the position and you are excited to move forward. So usually HR will reach out and they will ask for your availability. They may just ask for a certain day and time, and if they do and that works for you, then that makes it very simple. However, if they ask for your availability, make sure if this is a job out of state or in a different location that you are tailoring your availability to their time zone. Also, you want to list out a couple different specific days and times that you are available. This will help narrowing down the conversation instead of, oh, well, I'm available this wide range of days and these wide range of times, and then they come back with maybe a one time or something, that one day of the week where you may have something work related to do or something like that. If you just give them 3 options of specific days and times that work best for you, that would help narrow down the conversation back and forth. So you've made it to the interview process. Once you get that date and time scheduled, you want to make sure that you are arriving and showing them that you are an on-time and early bird and you're not pushing things and you're not showing up late. This means getting there early, but no more than 10 minutes early. Usually, if I get to interviews earlier than 10 minutes, I usually will sit in the car until it gets closer to the time before I exit the vehicle and enter the building. But you want to make sure that when you enter, you still have a couple minutes because more than likely you will have to fill out a visitor form and you will have to wait a couple minutes and speak with the receptionist to sign in. So that being said, you do want to have enough time for that, but they also more than likely will notify the person who is conducting the interview that you have arrived on site. So after you've gone in and absolutely rocked the interview, you're super excited for the job, you exit the interview, you head back in your car, you give yourself a high five. Now what? You're super excited for the job. You don't want to just sit around. You want to let them know how excited you are for the job. Well, then you're going to definitely want to do this next step no matter what. The next step you're going to want to take is to send follow-up emails. You are going to want to make sure that every person who interviewed you receives an individualized email. This individualized email will thank them for their time. You understand that they have very busy schedules and you want to make sure they know that you appreciate them taking time out of their day to speak with you about the position. You also want to make a connection with this person. Make sure that you include something that the two of you spoke about. This will show them that you are actively listening and gently remind them who you are and which candidate you were in the interview process. Also, you want to again thank them and let them know your interest in the position. Also, let them know if they have any other questions or have some follow-up things that they would like to speak about. You are more than willing to give them the information they need. In order to make sure that you have the proper information for each of these people that you will need to send individualized emails to, I always recommend you request business cards for all of those you meet along the way. This will ensure that you have their contact information and their emails to which to send follow-up emails. If perhaps someone in the room does not have a business card or they do not share one with you, or since you're so nervous you forget to ask, which completely happens to us, then feel free to reach out to HR. Let them know you feel great after the interview, you're very eager for the position, and you'd like to thank those personally who interviewed you. That should be easily accessible to get that information to you. However, if that is a roadblock for you in any way, shape, or form, I have always used this trick where I try to guess their emails. So if their email is, for example, brianna.dotson@thecoachingcompany.co, I would think that every other person I meet would have their first name dot their last name as well for their email. So I would guess if it was John Smith, john.smith@thecoachingcompany.co, and I would just guess their emails and send it over that way. Of course, that is always a worst case scenario, but if you have no other option, you might as well give it your best shot. I hope this works out for you great, and of course, if you have any other things you'd like to see me share on my YouTube regarding tips, advice, tricks, anything like that, comment below and I'll take a look.